Wait.
What's up? My name's Liam St. John.
I should record this first.
What's up? My name's Liam St. John.
And I'm Rock Burwell.
And this is the making of Not a Good Man Walking.
He's not a good man walking.
And that's it.
All right, guys.
Sweet.
All right, so this song, I wrote it on tour in 2019 while I was in Miami. The story is pretty crazy, but my best friend's dad is like my father figure. He's a doctor, and I went to hang out with him at his clinic, and I picked him up, and him and his wife, they both work there. They were telling me the story of this actual thing that happened. They didn't name names, so there was no violation of, what's it called?
HIPAA.
No HIPAA violations. But they told me this story of a client that came in, and he rolled up in a brand new, they literally wrote the song. He rolled up in a brand new off-white Rolls Royce with a 55-year-old man, and he was bleeding from the head, and he was with this like 20-year-old like gold digger. They were like, he did not look happy. He was like on the verge of dementia. He was being like super mean to this woman. You could tell she was definitely not there for his looks or whatever, or his personality. And then they were like, yeah, he's not a good man walking. And I was like that, it like hit me. And literally the hook just like entered my brain as soon as they said that. And like, it was the first time ever I had written a song 100% completely in my head. Melody, hook, chorus, verse, like everything. It was like a lightning bolt. It was crazy. And it's been like, to me, like my biggest song I've ever written, and like it's been a journey to try and get it in the hands of somebody that could actually bring it to life. But finally, you know, the universe brought me to Legacy and connected me with Rocky. We have spent the last year making this song. This song is massive, both like file wise and like also just the energy of it, and like I couldn't be more happy with how Rocky has like caressed it with his genius. Yeah, so let's get into it. I mean, it's 157 layers, right?
Yeah, at this point we're at 157 tracks plus.
Yeah, plus.
Yeah, probably like the biggest file, one of the biggest sessions for sure that I've had the pleasure of working on.
Yeah, it's been insane, and Rocky's been super patient and like really digging into what my vision for the song was, because I am like, this is like my baby. The hook is like very pointed and like direct, and I wanted that hook to have space throughout the song. I wanted the vocals to have space, but I also wanted it to be big and pounding and like just this like really gritty energy that I was feeling when I wrote it. We worked really hard to like put the bones down with like the drums and like get that massive pounding sound, but also give it space. That was like the art of this song, was like trying to make it huge, but also create space to like allow the song to speak, you know?
I think we were talking about that push and pull.
Yeah.
In and out.
For me, it's really important for you to physically and emotionally like be pulled and pushed by a song. And so we really tried to find the balance between like building somebody up and just like ripping them out. It was like, it's like a, I don't even know, like a catapult or something, like or like a rubber band where it's like build the tension, and fucking launch it off, and that's the whole song. Like, I think some of the key parts are the hook, like the he's not a good man walking. That melody is like the theme throughout the song, and we paid a lot of attention to that, like emphasizing that with like lead guitars by Darth Whiskey. Like he really ripped those up, and then creating the space in between the hook. So yeah, let's show them what the hook sounds like.
He's not a good man walking. Well.
Yeah. I really wanted that line, the melody, and the words to like be the song, He's Not a Good Man Walking. I think in order to do that, we wanted to create the grittiness of it. We wanted it to be underlaid with like really heavy guitars and shit. Whiskey did a good job of ripping through that whole song. Oh, those were crazy because we had
they're just
nasty
screaming at you.
Yeah, it's like crying. Yeah, so that is a good point. Like, we didn't have those in the song.
No.
Darth
and
Whiskey.
we had already worked on the song for quite some time. It
Yeah.
had like several other guitar layers. And
Dude, I remember we were showing it at like a Monday night thing, and I saw you had like put them in there randomly. And when you played it, I could feel your energy. You were like, whoa, what is that? Like, and then I was like, whoa, that sounds fucking crazy. Those riffs like completely changed the song and like elevated it to the place where I thought it could go.
yeah.
It was
It was
crazy.
a game changer.
It's really important to me for the song to feel like it's gonna feel when you hear it live. So vocal performance and production is so important to me because some of my songs, the vocal has been drowned out by like the production. I want the vocals to have space, and so we spent a lot of time making sure that everything was supplementing that. Let's give them a taste of the verses. The lyrics are fucking crazy. This is another Rolls Royce song. I mean, that's what inspired the whole Rolls Royce obsession.
Brand new, off-white,
It's just that space.
Black wife, split kiss, hair wide, whoa, he cannot hide these blood-stained white.
Super simple mostly,
Yeah.
you
That's
know?
what I like about it too. It's
Thick
powerful, but like stripped down really.
Yeah.
Not over complicated.
You're not a good man walking.
Okay, so
You're not a
obviously there's the hook, like the but the thing I think that creates the space in this song the most when it's big are those swells. We were spending hours like, I just wanted to fucking build the tension and launch, and finally Rocky found this like, it was like a gritty bass or something, and it created this like perfect tension, you know what I mean?
I remember working hard for those, trying to find those swells for like the first session. We probably
Yeah.
spent a couple hours trying to like lock that down, that one element. I feel like that's when we finally got off the ground with the song too,
Yeah,
because
the
it almost
energy
felt
shifted.
like, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of elements. You have to put as much as you can in there and then just like reduce. A little Rick Rubin.
Like
Yeah, that's a big papa.
layered with that 808
Oh, yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Just a lot of
That
those things
created that
converging
tension.
together to like really bring some power.
Yeah.
And just with the heavy, like the guitars are very deep as well, and almost just
Dark.
all adds together, yeah. I'd say overall, like, never really worked on a song or songs like the ones that Liam and I have worked on now, so that's a challenge. And but it's been like really fun and pushing the boundaries of what I feel like I've been comfortable creating, and just getting such a big product out of that is like very rewarding and gratifying. So that's been really cool. I don't know, just finding ways to pull the right energy out that fulfills his vision, as well as just like making just like the biggest sounding record possibly can. And those are definitely some challenges, but fun. Like I think that's an important part of creating, is like pushing yourself and finding those challenges. So I'm stoked with that for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think there are a couple cool things that, like little Easter egg type stuff. For instance, there's this walking that's throughout the whole song. It's kind of subtle, but it goes right in line with Not a Good Man Walking, of course. We recorded on the little handheld recorder in Tennessee of Liam walking outside in boots. We pitched it down so it's kind of slower and darker, and it's rhythmically going in line with the song the whole time. And you can especially hear it in the intro and outro, but it is throughout the entire song.
That
Oh,
where
yeah.
you reversed it.
Yeah, oh yeah. Forgot about that. I don't think we meant to have such a swell on the way in at first, but then,
It's like sets the energy off.
yeah,
like,
I kind of fell in
demonic.
love with that part. And then if we pull it out of like the verse even,
Brand new off-white.
so that's just in there throughout. Yeah, so that's a fun thing.
Honestly, most of the vocals are from my first ever take, which is fucking cool.
And we tried several times to get newer takes and maybe even different mics, and we kept pretty much reverting back to the original take, which I do think is really cool, other
Yeah.
than maybe punching like one word here and there that needed adjustments. But
I'm super happy with how it sounds, and on the outro where it's as huge as it can get, feels like a big old fucking rock and roll show. And like there's some cool things, like some of my screams bleed out of like the guitar lead, so you
the outro is its own beast, really. It's
Yeah,
like a whole separate thing, which is crazy. It feels like the dynamics of balancing the song then to the outro was like, that was another challenge for sure, because there's so much energy at the end there, and it's like getting slammed through, and
yeah.
and that was wild to try to tame that, but also still let it like feel massive.
Let's give them a little taste of the outro.
More in his pocket. He's not a good man. He's not a good man. He's not a good man.
Yeah.
He's not a good man. He's not a good man, no.
Fire.
Yeah.
Rocky does a good job of like obviously I have a huge vision for the song, and I don't know, just like painting the picture and being like, we got to look at the macro and the micro. And so like, for example, that outro, we were like building the drums, and we had to build the dynamics. And so I wanted to be like big, fucking big. And he's like, we got to build a story, you know? And like, so even in that part, you could hear the drums like building on top of each other. And also all the little like cool shit. Like, I think there's like a thunder boom
Yeah,
in there, and like
There's probably all sorts of
choirs swelling in the background that Rocky's manipulated, all to make this like, you know, one of my favorite songs ever.
yeah, there's those going on, and I really love the toms that are just so massive in this part,
Yeah.
wherever those are. And the vocal delay throws
Yeah.
and stuff, those are super fun.
Yeah, that floor tom energy.
And then these ones are here,
Yeah.
which become like the loudest instrument in that moment, and they really take control there too. And I
Heavily influenced by my drummer, who like is fucking heavy on the floor toms and like slaps the side of his snare, like, and Rocky was able to find that.
I think that was a big part too through this song, is just emulating the specific little intricacies of the drums that like
Yeah.
you're looking for, that are present in like live settings and stuff, and trying to get those little accenting stick hits, and just like keeping this balance of a live feel, but also this like really strong modern energy and like 808s and digital type stuff. And that was a cool balance to find.
The cool thing is that we weren't writing it for sync. I wasn't. Obviously, I was writing it for the story, and then we were just making it the energy we wanted to create, and it just naturally, you know, feels that way. Like Rocky's put in, I don't even know, 100 hours. Like so many fucking hours on this.
I mean, yeah, we both have just sat in front of this session for so long now over the last year, so.
Really stoked on it, and like excited that it's released, or because we've released it, right? But yeah, shout out to Rocky and Legacy for bringing this song to life.
More